woke up at about 4:40 this morning. It was the rain that woke me up, and it was just enough to saturate my tent. But the good thing is that most of my food is eaten, so my pack is lighter, so any extra weight from the wet tent is not too bad. I ate my breakfast before the sun came up, and I was out of there by 6:15, hiking in the dark. Haven't done that very much in all three of my hikes, but I wasn't as scared this time as I have been when I've tried starting before the sun come up in the past. I guess the scariest thing was that I was going over some rocks, and shortly after I left, I started climbing a mountain, and I've been climbing it for over an hour and a half, but at least I'm not climbing for 4 hours, which has happened, or all day, which has also happened. And I thought I was at the crest, and that's why I pulled out my phone, but I'm still going up. So the good thing is that once I hit the top, it should be downhill from there on out. There were two other gentlemen at the shelter last night. One came in after I was already in my tent. One was there already when I got there, and the first thing he said was, "It's kind of cruel and unusual punishment to put this shelter up here and make you climb up this mountain at the end of the day," and I couldn't agree with him more. That was the worst shelter site I've ever seen in my entire life, and there were some misleading things in the Far Out guide. There were not really tent spaces there. It was like, I don't even know what to compare it to. It wasn't just a hill. It was a bumpy hill with rocks. I had to use a rock to pound in my stakes for the first time since I've been on trail. I was set up my tent with my foot downhill, and it was kind of like I was lying on a recliner, because it just wasn't like a hill, it was a lumpy hill. So I kept sliding down all night. Didn't sleep real well. I was very sore, even with the ibuprofen. And anyway, now we are at today. And I'm glad I'm going into Boots Off Hostel today. I'm going to get dibs on a shower. I think, barring anyone who stayed there last night and is going to stay another night, I should be the first one in, but I don't know. I hope they will let me in. I hope I don't get there too early, but I'm very much looking forward to my shower. Supposedly, Ratzilla lives at that shelter, and the shelter itself was not what I would call a nice shelter. The water source was a waterfall, and it was pretty darn scary trying to get my water, because it was a mighty rushing waterfall, splashing over flat rocks, and I had to lean way over to get some water in my Ziploc to put in my Sawyer bag, and it was scary. The Far Out comments talked about what a beautiful spot it was for a shelter, and how nice the shelter was, and how nice the stream was. It wasn't a stream, it was a waterfall. Anyway, There were stories about Ratzilla eating the strap off of people's trekking poles, and there were no bear cables. There was no privy, and I am thinking that it's true what they say about Tennessee not having any privies, because since I left Irwin, I have not seen a shelter with a privy. And there were no appropriate trees to hang a bear bag. So I just left my food bag outside of my tent, and nothing got it. So, can't believe I'm still climbing up. I'm tired today, and I'm very much looking forward to sleeping in a bed. I'm looking forward to the shower. I think they're going to take us into town this evening to get a restaurant meal because the hostel is out by itself. I'm looking forward to sitting on the porcelain throne to do my business. I am so tired of digging a hole and squatting. I can't even tell you. So, I guess that's it for the morning report. This is Rebound, signing out.